Hello and welcome to another Neuro Graphic Arts tutorial. I am on this beautiful beach in Malaga. Let me show you around a little bit. Today it's a holiday, it's a national holiday, so there are lots of people on the beach. And I'm going to show you a very simple but a very effective Neurographic Arts algorithm to increase something in your life. It could be to increase your income or increase your amount of followers or anything that you want to increase. You just need a black marker and some highlighters. And let's start. So to start, we will draw almost like a timeline. So from where we are now to somewhere in the future. And going to do it like that. Very simple line. And here, somewhere here, this is where we are in the present moment. And I'm going to draw a circle representing my present moment in the growth that I want to achieve. So in my case, I would like more customers and more followers, and they go hand in hand. So that's why all of my circles, they will be representing my followers and my customers. And then along this line, I'm drawing larger circles, and they are representing my followers and my customers. And when you do that, notice if your circles are touching. So for example, here's a space between now in the present moment and somewhere in the future. Let's say this is 3 months from now. I'm literally drawing what I want to manifest in my life. So the circles, they're representation of my future, of what do I want to achieve. And as always, adding wavy lines to all of my circles. And for the brain, for the subconscious mind, it really works effectively with shapes, with forms. So when it sees that something is already real, it makes reality match that as well. And also, I'm going to draw other lines, and I'm going to connect all of the circles more and more and more and more. And by drawing these lines, I am activating all of my growth. And a great trick is also to think, what kind of followers I'd like to have, what kind of income like to achieve, because every single line means something in Neurographica, and most importantly, it activates new neural pathways. And let's also draw a few lines outside. So this line representing different events that are going to happen in my life to help this growth. To start from here and add some external circumstances that I don't even know, but they're going to happen in my life for this growth to happen. And if you'd like, you can add more shapes to your drawing. If you're new to Neurographica, I would suggest to only add circles. If you've drawn before, then you can add triangles or squares. Triangles for more action, for more energy, and squares for more stability. I feel like I want to add a circle here. This is something that is going to happen along the way that is going to bring me even more followers, even more customers. I'm going to activate the circle by drawing your lines in it. Very simple. but very, very effective, because I'm literally creating new neural pathways in my brain, and I'm saying that this growth is possible. And I even want to add a larger circle going into the future. Somewhere there into the future, I'm having even more successful business. And I'm going to add some more lines. Okay. When you're satisfied with how your drawing looks like, it's time to round all the corners. So we're going to do it like this. Every single intersection that you have, you go over it and you round it. You round all the corners, you go over them, you add kind of more wavy lines, and like that, you're activating new neural pathways. You've drawn them, you've created a new network, but now you're activating them by rounding them. And look how harmonizing this shape becomes. All of this around it is like more chaotic, but this is harmonized. And this does look like neural connections in your brain when everything is rounded. This is a very important step in Neurographic Arts, to round all the corners, all of the intersections. And like that, we're activating. And we're literally programming our brain for success simply by rounding everything. Because right now, your brain is literally having new neural pathways. And the key is to harmonize everything. This is almost like an active meditation. When you round all the corners, you can really feel how meditative it is. You're almost dissolving yourself in the process. And this is exactly what Neurographica is. It is an active meditation, and it is a work with your subconscious mind. You can add more lines at any time that you want. But the key is to round all the corners. All the sharpness has to be rounded. In Neurographica, there are different algorithms that you can draw according to the question that you have, to what you want to work with. For example, if you want to release some tension, there is an algorithm for that. An algorithm meaning specific steps of drawing lines and circles and then adding color. We're going to add color with highlighters and activate our neural pathways even more. And whenever you draw Neurographica, it's very important also to notice how your body's feeling, how you're breathing at specific steps of the drawing. Sometimes your breath might literally kind of stop. You might be holding your breath. So it's very important to breathe through that. And also notice which parts of your drawing you're working with. For example, I work with the middle part with me now, but I'm not even touching the future. But this is really important to me. This is where the biggest circles are. This is where the biggest growth is. So as I am rounding my corners, I'm also actively imagining what kind of followers I want. what kind of engagement I want, on what social media channels, where does this growth is happening, where are my customers from, are they the same as my followers, or do they come from other places? So here I'm actively manifesting what I want. It's very similar to like a manifestation list. When you make those manifestation lists for the next 5 years or the next year, this is very similar, only it's visual. And not only you're writing your list, you're drawing it, you are telling your subconscious mind that this is possible. This already happened on a piece of paper. This already has a visual form. And your whole reality transforms to match this. You can also write words here on your drawing. For example, this circle, I could have said this is 3 months from now. I could have literally drawn it on a piece of paper and said this is the amount of followers that I want to have in 3 months from now, to make it more effectively. But for this, you really need like a proper Neurographica session, where it's almost like a coaching session, where you're being asked questions, what do you need it for, why, when, and together as you're going, you're coming up with a solution, and your Neurographica coach is leading you towards those solutions. Because solutions, they all exist in your subconscious mind, and it's very important to unpack them and come up with creative, unconventional solutions. That is what Neurographica does. It uncovers things that you don't even think about. Or if you have limiting beliefs, a lot of times we don't get what we want because we have limiting beliefs. And Neurographica is super effective in releasing those negative beliefs. I've been drawing for so long now, almost every single day, and I've really seen how my life has changed and transformed thanks to this wonderful method. And it's also very simple. It's very simple, it's very intuitive. Then you have downloads, and you have things that you never thought were possible suddenly are becoming possible. They're working for you. It's because your current neural network is doing the same thing as it always does. When you add new neural network connections, you're starting to live in a different way, breathe in a different way. Your world transforms, circumstances change around you. And it's really fascinating to notice this change and how it plays out in your life. Okay, to work with this little piece here. Also in Neurographica, we work a lot with present, future, and the past, how they're all interconnected, and how you can get a lot of resources from your past, from the good memories that can support you, support your present, and support your future even. Okay. After you've rounded everything, check once again all of your corners to make sure that they're all rounded, and we're ready to add some color. Most enjoyable part. First, I want to make sure that I've rounded everything. Just going over that. Yes. Okay. Now it's time to take some highlighters and start adding color. can add any color that you want. I love to start with green, and I'm shading. You can add color anywhere, absolutely any color. Highlighters are great for Neurographica because they're bright and they create this wow effect for the brain, and you're literally activating more neural network when you're using highlighters. You can also use color pencils, but highlighters are fast and very, very effective. Okay. Also make sure to cover 2 areas at once. So like this, 2, before switching to the next color. Or you can move somewhere else and shade another area. You can really take your time coloring, or you can do it fast, like I do. I like to add colors really fast. And it's also because I've been drawing for so long. So I'm very confident when I add my colors. So when I do coaching sessions, we analyze a lot about colors, about where are you placing a certain color, why do you feel like this color. There's a lot of meaning in colors and different energies as well. Some colors are very active, some colors are very calming. So when we draw in a session, we always analyze the use of colors, the use of shapes and the lines. We do this self-analysis all the time. To add this turquoise. You can also overlap colors. And it's really fun. It's like a coloring book. Only instead of coloring an image, you're coloring your reality and your future and the changes that you want to see in your life. And even though they're just lines and an abstract image that doesn't really show anything, but you look at it, it really represents a lot energy-wise, because you've added a lot of meaning into that, a lot of reasoning into what you're drawing. Every single line in your Graphica actually means something. Every single line is a new neural pathway that you've activated and that you've worked with. Okay. To go over this green, add some orange. And it's very pleasant. It's very pleasant, and it's a fun drawing at the end. And here orange represents action, so there is a lot of action for me now in my present. And intentionally I want to add a lot of color in my future, in the result of my future. Going to this color here. Not the best marker for it, and that's why the highlighters work much better. I need to buy more highlighters. this color of action is also in the future. To add all of it here. Sometimes it's even hard to stop. Okay, because it's not such a good marker, I'm going to add some highlighter on top of it to make it brighter. Okay, I love how it looks, how alive it is. And it's also interesting how there is like a lot of action in my near future where my growth is happening. And now I'm going to add what we call in Neurographica a power line. Take again the black marker, and this line is going to run across the whole drawing. It's going to start somewhere here in the present and go into the future. And this is the line right here. I'm going to go over it to make it the thickest, the most prominent line on my whole drawing. It has to really stand out. This is really the energy force that runs through my entire drawing. And all the corners that were created, all the sharpness, I'm going to smoothen it out. So I'm going to go along the line and smoothen all of the sharpness. This is also very important. This is how this line, this power line, is being integrated in my composition. This is one of the most important steps in Neurographica, to add this energy force. To make this really a super line. It's like the universe is speaking to you and helping you to achieve what you want. It's a force that is higher than you. Okay. So see how it is visible? Now, the last step is to add a fixating circle. To add a large circle, or it could be a small one, but it has to be the most visible circle in the whole composition. And I'm going to make a large circle like this. Fixate everything. And if it's not a straight circle, I keep adding lines to make it straighter and more harmonized. So this is what we call a fixating shape, and again I'm going to show you, going over all the corners, all the sharpness, and I'm going over it and rounding everything. And integrating this fixating shape into my whole painting. Oops. And you can really take your time to round everything. I'm doing it in a fast way because this is the speed at which I work, but sometimes Neurographica can take hours to round everything, to integrate everything, and also to feel how you feel as you're drawing it. You might get some resistance, you might get some frustrations, you might have different feelings, and the feelings of frustration are actually very good because it means that you're really working with your subconscious mind, that you're activating things, and that you're reframing them, you're reframing your limiting beliefs, and you're coming up with new neural network. It's really fun to do. Okay, my painting, my drawing is complete. I'm very happy with how it looks. It's also a very important thing to be happy, to be satisfied with how things look visually. And until next time, I'll show you another interesting algorithm. Have fun drawing your Neurographica.